Hello lovely, it is Kaylee here, and today I'm joining forces with two of the best people on YouTube, two definitely my favorites, and if for some reason you don't know about them yet, they're definitely going to become your favorites too. And they are Dee and Essie. And we got together to create a challenge for ourselves, to create something in our pocket page notebooks with a theme. And the theme for this month is Spot. And it's a really cool theme, obviously, because I love circles and I knew immediately I wanted to use my circle punch. So I'm going to be completely honest with you and tell you that this month has been like next level insane. I haven't had any sleep, I feel like, for an entire month. So I'm actually using an old recording and in this old recording, I'm not using my pocket page notebook, but like as I'm watching this video and after watching all this stuff happening, I realized there are so many like things that I could have done in my pocket page notebook that would have been easier. I think this was filmed in August and I received my pocket page notebook in the mail like a little bit after that. So yeah, August guys, that's how long it's taken for me to put this up. But I feel like it suits the theme absolutely perfectly, and you'll see why. So you can see here I'm just putting together a whole bunch of what looks like arbitrary things, but they are not arbitrary. These are all of my favorite things. And I started this page with that paper on the left there. And that paper is something that I didn't even know existed until it was on sale, and that's from the Jen Hadfield, I think that's her name, her collection. And it's an old collection, but I only recently discovered it, and it's got bougainvillea on the paper. And bougainvillea is something that speaks to me more than any other symbol in the world. And yeah, I think that's definitely like my spirit flower. You know, you get spirit animals, that's my spirit flower. And after I played with that, I decided that I'm going to put all of my favorite things onto this page. I'm going to make this page about me a little bit, Elliot gets enough pages. So I'm simply using everything I love, and part of that is swan. So you can see there's a lot of swan ephemera in there. The photo of me has got bougainvillea in the background. I've been hoarding that XOXO tag from some Maggie Holmes collection, maybe even Crate Paper, I'm not exactly sure, but it's been a long time and I don't hoard, so I've been waiting for the right time. So now is the right time. And there I'm whipping out my circle punch and unwittingly knowing that it would form part of the theme. And I'm just punching out a few circles, and I like to use them to make things, like if I use a lot of the same elements, then everything ties in nicely together. You can see that I completely stuffed up and broke my whole punch. And I've since found an antidote to that, and that is just to make sure that if I'm punching, like non-standard paper, such as that craft paper, which I think came with some Amazon package, just to put hard cardstock behind it that I punch at the same time. So I've put all of these elements in a haphazard way that I quite like, and I took a photo of it with my cell phone because it helps me remember where I've put everything. That little piece that I just put down there is vintage French paper. French or German, it's always French or German. And I'm cutting that out, and I'm being cheap ass and saving the rest for another time. So I'm just referring back to my phone to get these all together. And it just so happened that that vintage paper had an E on it. So I'm making sure that you can still see that when I put everything down. Because my son's name starts with an E, and so obviously that's one of my favorites too. There are my little spots going in, and that phrase sticker that says my favorites. And I'm just fiddling around with the placement again, taking a photo of the different options. And then what's quite nice with that is I can go through my phone and I can be a lot more objective about which one I prefer. So I was looking at this layout again today, since I told you it was made in August. Gosh, like 6 months later. Anyway, and you can see I'm not fond of using too much glue, but so many of these elements have fallen down, and I suppose that's also why it works for, you know, the challenge, because I really wish that I'd used my pocket page notebook. And that's not a sponsored statement, that is like my complete opinion. I am besotted with those things. They are amazing. If you don't have one, you should definitely get one. I think we've even got a coupon code for you. And if you're not convinced by mine, you can clearly see that this is all going to fall apart since I don't put it into a pocket, go check out Essie's and Dee's pages. And you can also check out other videos on mine where I've used it, and you can get excited about it. And there I'm just checking the date. Useless with those things. And then I'm calling it done. So here's what everything looks like. It's got those round little spots over there and all the details and layering and all my favorite things. I dare you to go make something based purely on your favorite things. Nothing else. Nothing average, just favorites. Bye.